Focus. So, you're really interested in shooting some music videos for some record labels. How do you first get noticed by them? How does a process kind of work once you have gotten their attention? Stick around, I'll let you know what my story was and how it might work for you too. Well, howdy folks. First off, you're probably noticing this is a different surrounding than my other, like 3 videos. So, woohoo, big change, right? I'm really excited. I actually kind of transformed the garage that's next door to our house, and I worked on that for like the last week or so to kind of put together a mini studio so I can have kind of my own dedicated space to work that's not right next to my daughter's bedroom while she's trying to sleep and I have to like talk quieter, or I'm only able to shoot when she's awake. So this way it gives me kind of my own working space, and hopefully I can do some photo shoots here. I can kind of showcase some gear a little bit better and have a better backdrop and just kind of a cool little workspace. In fact, I'll totally show it to you 1 second here. So yeah, so check it out. So in the background there, I actually have, it was a full, just 1-car garage, and I pulled everything out, painted the whole background black, and I need to figure out a better solution than what I have right now so that I don't have to set up like this softbox every single time I want to shoot. But I don't know, eventually I'll get there and it should be pretty cool. So I'm kind of excited about it. So when I was first starting off shooting music videos, I really knew I wanted to work for a record label. I didn't really know what the process was. Like, how do you get noticed? How does a kind of hierarchy work? Like, who do I need to please? Am I working for the band? Am I working for the label? Am I working for their management? And spoiler alert, the answer is you're working for all of them. So there can quickly be a lot of cooks in the kitchen, but it's not a bad thing. It is an exciting thing. It's just a different process than what you might be comfortable with or familiar with working with just some local friends or just some local bands. My kind of like a quick history of how I kind of got into what I've been doing now is I wanted to start shooting music videos, and I didn't have any artists up front that I wanted to work with or that I had connections with. So I decided to just shoot a couple of music videos totally by myself. I actually grabbed my friends and we did some covers of another band's song entirely. I just went out with my friends and I had some concepts in mind. The first one was we were just like smashing TVs and did a little bit of stuff with fire and tried to keep everything really energetic. And then the second video, I actually set a whole couch on fire. We had a big logo in the back that was burning. Like, wanted this one to be just like a little bit more eye-catching and a little bit crazier. But what was good is that I had a chance to experiment with camera angles, figure out how many takes I need to do total, figure out how long it takes to film these, to build the sets, all that sort of stuff. So it was a great learning experience with honestly not a lot of risk involved, which I think is awesome, because once you get a chance to shoot your first music video for a paying client and for a real job, you want to already have some of those boxes checked, that you already know how to pull it off in a timely manner and in a professional manner, and you're not just there figuring it out as you go along. Because it's not going to look professional, and chances are they're not going to feel comfortable with you for that shoot or for future work. I didn't even do the full song. I just took little sections of the song, it's like a minute or so long, and was able to have the band cover that, and we just had some fun with it. So they obviously aren't my best work, but this was years ago when I started it, and so it was enough to at least give me a portfolio of a couple videos that I was excited about and that I could share and promote and push for some local bands and try to get in that way. So I found a local band, a local metal band, Sirens and Sailors, and I reached out to them because I noticed online that they didn't have any videos posted yet. So I knew that they hadn't worked on an official music video. I reached out to the lead singer on Facebook and sent him my 2 demo reels. And I said, well, hey, obviously this isn't a real band, but this is gonna showcase some of my talent and what I would love to pull off for you guys. And he got back to me pretty much right away and said, I love it, let's talk. And so before you know it, I had my first official music video booked. And of course the budget wasn't super high. I basically took all the money that I was given and put it right back into the music video. I didn't make any money off the project, but that was perfect. You have to look at these first projects as building blocks and stepping stones, and you wanna show the most that you can do. So the best way to do that is to not cut corners, but to just dump the money back into the project, because eventually it'll pay off. And oh, that's a bumblebee. That's a really big bumblebee. Hello. This is the problem with doing this in the garage. Wow, he's massive. Hello. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can shoot out this bumblebee. He is a big boy. Get out of here, bumblebee. The door's right here. Just go out, please. All right, well, we may be interrupted again. I don't know at this point. Never a dull moment. It's supposed to be a simple video. I have a feeling this is gonna be the mascot for the whole video. We're just gonna have to deal with it. As long as well, maybe he'll land on me. It'd be kind of cool. They don't scare me that much, just startle me. they're kind of scary. So anyway, so I shot this music video for my friend, Sirens and Sailors. I'll actually link to it down below. It's older now, and there's obviously things I would do differently, but honestly, I'm proud of it. And it was a fun video to shoot first. It was a long night, but it was totally worth it. It was a blast, and I made some really good friends through the process, and I've ended up shooting tons of videos and tons of images and worked with them for a really long time. So it's been a really cool relationship that's built them. And so when they inevitably got more interest in managers and in record labels, they kind of brought me along because we already had a really good working relationship and we already saw a lot of things eye to eye or had big plans. A lot of times a label likes to work with who the band already is working with, because if their branding is already working and the things they're making are already cool, so a record label is just going to help give more finances to continue to do the work that you want to do. And so I was fortunate in that the band already really enjoyed working with me. From there, I was able to make a lot more connections because my point of contact at the label also oversees obviously other bands as well. Through that, they said, oh, we love what you did with this band. Here, can you shoot something with this band? And so from there, it kind of blossoms. I think more than anything with this, it's just important that you really try to showcase your best foot and the most that you can offer right up front, even when there's not gonna be a huge financial gain right away. So I've had plenty of projects where I basically break even if I know that it's gonna be more of like an investment project, where it's something that's gonna look really good on my show reel, something that's gonna look really good on my website, something that I feel like I would love to take this video and email it to managers, email it to record labels and say, hey, this is what I can do. And quite frankly, when a label's looking at a final video, they aren't necessarily asking, well, did you shoot this for $10,000 or did you shoot this for $500? They're more just saying that quality is amazing. Here's our budget for this band. Can you work with it? And so from that point, it can grow organically and naturally. And hopefully, as you do more work for the label, more work for the same managers, they increase your budget as the scope of the projects increase and as you have bigger ambitions and want to pull off more things. So not everybody's going to get a chance to necessarily work with a band that gets picked up. So you may be feeling like, how can I make that connection if that doesn't happen? Well, a lot of record labels and a lot of managers are also looking for new talent to work with. So my best advice would be to shoot a couple of videos that are like your showcase pieces that you're super excited about, put together a short little demo reel that has clips from all your projects, and then have maybe one or two of the projects you're most proud of and include maybe 2 or 3 of those links and send them off to the record labels. Find the point of contact for the media directors or for the creative directors, shoot them an email or find them on Twitter or Instagram, connect however you can, and just reach out to them and say, hey, this is what I can offer. I'm excited. I'm located here in this state and I can travel, or I have a lot of resources here. If you have a band that's coming through and would like to shoot with me, I would love to collaborate with you. So to recap, to get in with a record label really isn't super challenging. One, you can work with a band and develop a really good friendship and relationship so that when they get picked up, you kind of travel along with them. Or secondly, just keep working on putting together a really solid demo reel that you're super excited about, and then maybe 1 or 2 pieces, and you can send those off to labels, to management, to creative directors, and just shoot them an email, Twitter, private message, however you want to connect with them, and just say, hey, here's my work. I would love to work with you. And then from there, they'll get back to you and you can start lining up some projects and freaking crush it out of the park. It's kind of a shorter video, but I wanted to talk about it because when I was first starting, I didn't really understand the process or how I could even make it happen. It just sort of happened organically. So I think that kind of knowing this in the back of your head, hopefully you'll know a little bit better what to push for or how you should build up your portfolio or how to make things look a little more professional and presentable so that you can look more appealing for these record labels. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and hopefully we can talk soon about some other aspects of the music videos. I'm gonna do some gear reviews as well and some actual physical tutorials, but a big part of it is I wanna start talking a bit about kind of the behind the scenes, just what are some fundamentals, what are some processes, how do you kind of navigate these waters when dealing with people. I'm gonna talk about positive experiences, negative experiences that I've had in the past with bands and labels, and just kind of keep an open dialogue and talk about it because it's exciting and it's fun and it's all part of the business. So that's kind of everything in a nutshell, and I can't wait to talk more about some of these other ideas that I have. So yeah, until then, keep shooting, stay happy.